I am Marwan Cameron, and this is the Conduit. All right, y'all. As you can see, coming to you once again. It's 11 p.m. straight up, Wednesday, June 16. All right. Well, got a little something new going on. Testing out a new system. So bear with me this evening. Kind of tired of them folks trying to hold us back from the message. So we try to make sure they can't do that anymore. So let's see if we can't get this thing doing what it's supposed to do. Just do a check here. Oh, they can't do that anymore. Let's see if we can't get this thing doing what it's supposed to do. All right, sounds like we're good. So I'm excited about that. So we'll see how that works. We'll do another test tomorrow with a few guests. And if so, then our new rig will be the new addition. So at this point, I have officially conceded to the dark side. I guess I'm not Android anymore. I got the watch. Well, my brother's watch. And I got the phone. Now I got this computer. Guess I'm going to have to learn how to use it. It is what it is. Just accept it. It will be nice to have Microsoft Word on here. So shout out to Rob. He's going to set that up tomorrow. So I'm good to go. But hopefully this will resolve our issues. You know, we had a great podcast with Tasia on Saturday, and we had quite a few technical difficulties. And I'm just like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. We got to do something else. I can't take it. So like I said, hopefully this will resolve that, and that's really good. I wanted to come to you earlier this evening. I'll give you a little quick update. You know, as far as the vaccine is concerned, you know, I'm feeling good. It has been, well, really close to 2 weeks now. I mean, it's basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday would make 14 days. I guess technically Friday, right? Looks like I survived. So we'll just have to see if there's any long-term type issues. I know Raymond said he's doing pretty well. Rob and Stephanie are hanging in there with their Pfizer. So we're moving forward. And as I said, they haven't been sending the text, so there's nothing for me to report. So I guess that is a good question. If there were to be some type of symptom that arose, what would be my recourse? And so I would probably say first thing I would do is use my resources. And so since I've been hanging out with the good folks over there at Kitsap Public Health, I'd probably reach out to them and ask them what they thought I should do and where should I report that information. So it is good to kind of be out there and start connecting with folks. But something I was talking about today with some people that, you know, I was trying to help. And if you remember, you know, early on in the podcast, you know, we started off interviewing folks and I had 10 questions for them. And in some of those questions, we talked about circle of influence and circle of support. And having both of those things is so tremendously important. And so you need to, establish and cultivate those relationships. And you can't take for granted that the relationship is just strong. So you got to put some work in to maintain that and grow it. A lot of different things going on. Um, we don't know what's going to happen. We know many states are starting to do away with the unemployment at the end of this month, I believe, starting in July. If you are on unemployment, you will have to start job seeking. There are rumors about what's going to happen with the moratorium on eviction. I think you should assume that it is going to expire in the next 14 days. Kind of prepare for the worst and hope for something maybe a little better. But you don't want to get caught out there and not prepared. We see prices increasing, we see inflation. So there's a lot of going on. I also was talking about how, to me, I've seen this uptick in violence nationwide and strange violence. And unfortunately, uh, that was validated from some information that I got on data showing that indeed violent crime is up. There's some things you would just prefer to be wrong about, but I'm just seeing story after story, mass shootings, mass murder, um, road rage. Folks are really having a hard time. So please, situational awareness, protect yourself, understand it's not worth it. We all get angry and we get upset, but someone cuts you off and it's road rage, and I know it can piss you off and you're angry because they're not paying attention. They could have run you off the road. Maybe you had your kid in your car, but if it didn't cause an accident, most of the times those people didn't even realize that they cut you off, right? And they're just going on about their day. They're oblivious. And even if they did, is it really worth it? You don't know what someone else's anger level is. So while we have this flash of anger and frustration, that person that has cut you off or wherever the space is that they're in could be a lot further along than you are. And you're not likely to be able to get up to that level of aggression. On top of the fact that um, you don't know if it's the last straw for them. For you, you were just fine and then found yourself in this position in a flash. Rob was telling me a story earlier today where he's at McDonald's in the drive-through, and the lady in front of him orders McDonald's, a Big Mac and a Coke, and uh, the cashier said, "Well, would you like sauce with that? What sauce would you like with that?" And so she said, I ordered a burger. Why would I want a sauce with that? And it was really nasty. I'm not going to repeat quite how she said it. And so at that point, who knows what could pop off or jump off? And is it worth it? Is it worth it? We don't know what space she's in. And we know that a lot of times it's like dominoes, right? It's like an infection. One person gets pissed off, they pissed off the next person, and on and on and on. Just be careful when you're out there. It's not worth it. Think about who's around you, what's going on. Make sure you're safe. Make sure those that you care about and you love are also safe. It only takes a second. It only takes a second. So things are tough. See a lot of stuff in the news. Evictions have already been happening. Please reach out if you need help with rental assistance. Please reach out if you are a property owner or property manager and you have tenants that are behind or may fall behind. Uh, let's get them some help now while the funds are still available, because these programs are not going to last forever. They're not going to last forever. So please do that. You can give us a call, 360-373-3000. We'll be happy to help you navigate, explain the process, and apply if it applies to you. And more than that, please pass that information on to someone else. I've come across so many prideful people. Even myself, I've been prideful. I was telling you a story about my father and my pride the other day. And people you care about or love may be hurting, may be in a bad way. And they're trying to save face, so they're not going to show you or let it show that they're in a bad way, that they're behind in their rent, that they're struggling to make ends meet. So share that information out. Give them the information. Tell them to call G2. They could Google it. 373-3000. And a lot of times, if folks need help, they'll call out later. And they'll appreciate it, even if you never hear about it. I think we all wish someone would do that for us. If you ever had to speak or talk in front of folks and you got something in your teeth and people don't tell you, it's like, man, you didn't tell me I had that big piece of broccoli in my teeth. Like, you didn't see that? I got a stain on my shirt. Hair's messed up. Something's in your nose. Look out. Let me know. Don't let me go out there looking bad. But please share that information. It's very important. Again, if you are interested in receiving the vaccine or trying to complete paperwork for this housing program, transportation is free. Please reach out. 360-373-3000. It's really important. All right. So one of the reasons why I wanted to come on tonight, as you know, Juneteenth is coming up. And I got tagged in a post today. And so when you get tagged in, folks want you to help spread the news. Start spreading the news. I don't even know how that song goes. New York, New York. Anyway, Christina York, teamwork makes the dream work. Would you please help spread the word to make sure these resources are accessible to community members who are hard to reach? This event is tomorrow, Thursday, June 17th. It is the Juneteenth Resource Fair, which is hosted by the NAACP Bremerton 1134. That address is 4200 Wheaton Way from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay? And as you can see, it looks like they have, they're getting ready for tomorrow. Look at all of this food. Oh man, blueberries, romaine heart lettuce. This looks like honeydew, broccoli. All right. All loaded and ready for Juneteenth Community Resource Fair event tomorrow. Vaccine clinic, free food, assistance, and more. Don't miss out. Okay? It's a big deal. Please head on down there tomorrow. Uh, Pass the word out. Goodwill, Kitsap Legal Services, House of Hope, American Family Insurance, Catalyst Public School, Foster Parents Alliance of Washington State, Paparazzi Accessories, Kitsap Community Resources, Kitsap County Accessible Communities Advisory Committee, Bremerton Housing Authority, Bremerton School District, West Sound Technical Skills Center, So ICLLC, the Bremerton Police Department, and of course, the Kitsap Public Health District will be providing a vaccine clinic. Again, that is tomorrow in the Cloverleaf parking lot in front of the old Kmart on Wheaton Way, Bremerton. That is tomorrow. Okay. So a lot of good resources, a lot of good information. Free food should be enough. I mean, should you have to say any more? It's free food. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what else is going on. As you know, Saturday is actually Juneteenth, and they will be having an event on that day too. They're going to meet at the Norm Dix building, and then they're going to march down to Evergreen Park. There will be a number of tables, and I believe they'll have food and some things down there also. So, pretty big few days. That night on Juneteenth, myself and Tasia will be doing our show at 9:30 p.m. So we hope you will tune in. That should be a really good show. We're actually going to talk about Juneteenth, what it means to us. We'll get into some of the history behind it. So, yeah, we look forward to hopefully having you come and join us for that. I think that would be cool. The big one coming up is Friday, 1 p.m. Kitsap County Historical Museum. We're going to have Roosevelt Smith talking about the Africana display that he is the curator for. So that is Friday, June 18 at 1 p.m. You can look at some of our podcasts or that were on Facebook or YouTube or even Instagram, where I went to the exhibit and he talked about and just spoke about the rich history of the items that were on display. So very powerful. So we hope that you'll join us then to ask questions about African American history, African American Kitsap County history, and questions about Mr. Smith himself. Really powerful. Again, we need folks that are going to not only keep our history, but share our history. So we'll hope that you join us. June 27, let me go ahead and pull this back up there, is New Horizons 15th church anniversary. All right, that's going to be from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's open to the public. There will be food and beverage served from 3 to 3:30. 3:45 to 4:45, there will be a celebration service, and social distancing guidelines will be followed at all times. And so you can call Pastor Litton or Reverend Ellington for details. And, you know, they're right down there on Wheaton and 5th Avenue, right there in the corner. So hopefully you can go out and support them. That would be awesome. All right. So again, tomorrow, everyone, it's a big deal. 11 to 2, down in the Kmart, old Kmart parking lot. Nice resource fair. A lot of folks out there and a lot of free food. You saw all those crates and boxes. So definitely come and get some of yours. I am not going to go in tonight. because I got to continue setting this rig up and get it ready for Friday. How appropriate that the first time that we'll have it going is for Mr. Roosevelt Smith. So I'm excited about that. So looking forward to having a conversation with him. You know, I got to say, the camera that comes with this one looks pretty good. Definitely looking forward to it. So we'll have to see how it goes. All right, guys. You have a good night. Have a better day tomorrow. And I will see you on Friday. I'm R1 Cameron. This is The Conduit. Until next time.